Hi, my name is Greg Harris. I'm co-founder and managing director of Cloud Distribution Limited. As the name would suggest, we're a distributor in the UK. We work with emerging tech vendors, very often from the US, some from Europe and some from the UK. We help them to establish channels in the UK through the VAR community, reseller, SI and managed service provider communities, and help them establish, as I say, channels, routes to market and go-to-market strategies that enable them to succeed in the UK market. For any partner, for any VAR, for any systems integrator to consider working with a new vendor, they've got to look at it from a risk perspective, because generally speaking, they are already selling some vendor's technology out into a customer base. So they're looking for the ability to protect deals that they have found through deal registration. They're looking for access to marketing resource. They're looking for the ability to co-brand marketing resources. They're looking for the ability for it to actually, from an operational perspective, to be simple and easy to do business with them. So it's really about how a vendor can make itself more attractive and easy to do business with. That is very often one of the deciding factors that a partner and ourselves will look at when making a selection in terms of whether we go to market with that vendor or not. So a vendor partner portal is a great way of making that vendor easier to do business with. It provides a consistent interface for the partners. It provides an operational consistency for the partners. For instance, we as a distributor have to provide a certain amount of information for all and every vendor, and it changes from one to the other. It's actually difficult for us to try to second guess what that vendor wants. I think the real power of the portal, it's the first point of entry that a partner may have in working with that vendor. So it's a shop front. It's the ability for the vendor to let the partners know what they expect, to show the resources that are available to them, to talk to them about what the proposition is, why it's relevant to their customers, how can they sell it, a single point of entry to get resources, that kind of stuff. So for me, the portal, whilst it's clearly very important to have a human element in anything with regards to the relationship between vendor, distributor and partner, the portal basically allows us to put resources in front of partners so that they can get to the information as quickly as is physically possible, and frankly therefore just maximise the amount of time that they're selling that vendor's products or services. For me, it is about getting consistent information as quickly as possible that's relevant in front of the right party. I think it's a critical part of any go-to-market strategy. By way of an example, we work with a UK vendor called CyberSafe. CyberSafe have got a portal that's powered by Channeltivity, and they have used the portal to almost fully automate an end-to-end process that makes it extremely easy for us and our partners to understand the key messaging of CyberSafe, the key proposition. It's incredibly simple to get and download marketing resource. It's incredibly simple to get and download information from a technical perspective. Back to the operational side of things. If you were ever to go and sit down with Kim, our operations manager, and ask her to name check the single most easy vendor for us to work with from an operational order processing perspective, it's CyberSafe. And the reason for it is because of the consistency of service that the portal enables us to deliver our customers. We're prompted in terms of the information that they require. We know that every single time the same information is needed. There's no shocks for anybody, and therefore they're just incredibly easy to do business with.